Two on two. I hope I look massive, freaking huge. But the reason I'm taking this video is 75 hard done. Let's talk about it. So I completed it on the 3rd of April, but before that, actually, I'd failed it the first time. I started it 2nd of January 2023, failed it 17th of January 2023. I just didn't finish my water that day. I literally fell asleep while drinking it. Woke up the next day. I was really angry, but it was what it was. It tested my mental to be like, yo, let's see if you're the guy you say you are, you know. There's no stopping now. You have to get back to it. So I started it literally the next day, 18th of Jan. Just now completed it 3rd of April. 3rd of April was like last week Monday, yeah. So it's been some time. I've literally just been resting. Like after I finished, I literally took a break from the gym, man. Like, you know, everything was, I guess, not in the same, you know, military way that you'd be going about things. But I won't lie, you wake up on that day, like after you finished and you're like, okay. This is a bit weird, you know, because obviously like all these variables have become habitual and it's like it's in you now. You just go through the tasks day in, day out. You just bang, bang, bang. And I realized like, yo, the nature within you that's created in the environment is peak performance. Like you're a peak performer every single day. Because then I woke up that day and for this past week that I've not been doing the variables, it's like, I don't know how to explain it, but you've lost like something, you know, within, bro. You just feel like, damn, you're not doing enough. You're not getting the most out of your day that you could get, you know. Interestingly enough, but I did need the rest. It was great because, I mean, effectively, I'd been sticking to the variables for 3 months in total. Because like I'm saying, the only reason I failed it was because of the water. So if we look at it, I was gymming 2 times a day, every single day for 3 months, drinking the water besides that one day for 3 months, reading 3 months, you know, progress picture every day for 3 months. Everything was being done, you know. So I mean, overall, like, yo, yeah, it's been a crazy experience. I won't lie. Definitely got bigger. I moved from 75 kg to 80 kg. I was really happy with that. Next up is trying to get to 85. We'll see how that goes. I won't lie. I almost plateaued at like 80, 81. A bit difficult, but we're gonna get to that. Strength, crazy. I'm almost gonna get my 120 kg bench. The area in which I grew the most was like my shoulders trap area. Yeah, like that's what I've been getting the most compliments for. Like, yo, bro, your shoulders are huge. You know, 3D delts, guys, know about that. It's the size of a palm. But I mean, yeah, that was amazing. The back against, like I will say, it has really taught me a lot, big time. And I have a list here so we're gonna go through of like the key takeaways and everything. So key takeaways, number 1, there's this back against the wall mentality that like, yo, no matter what it is, you are not going to sleep until this thing is done. You know, we don't do tasks or whatever and stop them when we're tired. You stop when you're done. So I will say that is something that's been in the back of my mind. Like, bro, you're not going to sleep until you've got both those workouts. You know, you're not going to sleep until you've finished the food for the day, or, okay, tripping, not the food, but obviously with me bulking, one of my things was eating a certain number of meals, you know, like just this mentality of, yo, you're not going to sleep until everything's finished. That's number 1. Number 2, you go through the motions, bro. Like whether you're weak, whether you're tired, whether you're unmotivated, you do it anyways. I will tell you, just like the gym, I would probably say 20% out of all those workouts were really enjoyable, you know. And the other ones were just like, you got by. And the other ones, there were some that were just trash, like trash. Once it's like, you know, just end yourself. But I realized something, going through those difficult ones and those ones you didn't want to go through makes the enjoyable ones that much more enjoyable, if you get what I'm trying to say, you know? So it's always like an added bonus. I won't lie, it is an added bonus. Even the workouts in the rain, like, bro, you start to, you literally crave for harder conditions. Because I look back now, you know, the runs I've had in the rain, bro, when the sun is out, it's like, oh, rest day, you know? It's like, ah, oh, we living today. You get what I'm saying? Because you've been through the hard thing and the hardship, and literally you've just been strengthened even more. And I like this analogy where they say, like, the better version of yourself is always there. You just need to unlock them in a way. Almost like a playable character, a game. That hardened version of you is there. You just need to push to reach him and unlock him, you know? So I will say, obviously, we're still at base level. Like, there's still more to push through, more like to get through mentally, physically, all the above, you know? But I will say it's crazy. Number 3, obviously conditions are never perfect. Like I've touched on, running in the rain. You don't make excuses. There's no time for excuses. You do it no matter what. And I feel like with all this that I'm saying, the whole point of it is to apply it to every other aspect in your life. So for me, it could be when I don't feel like studying or starting an assignment, you have to do it anyways, you know. When I don't feel like reading, you have to do it anyways. Like, it's a, you know, peak performance just becomes second nature. You don't negotiate with yourself, you know. You do what needs to be done, you know. You do what's required, not what you feel like doing. But yeah, next up, I liked the idea of imagining or taking this challenge as though it's not a sacrifice, but an investment, you know. I've come out of these past 3 months and I'm already seeing the fruits of it, you know. Like, the compliments I'm getting from other people with, like, my physique wise, even after I'd finished the challenge, I posted it on my Finsta accounts, you know. Like, a lot of people are like, yo, well done, congrats, you know, all that. And I've always believed that, real talk, you are a role model to a number of people. You may not know it, but somebody's always watching. And, you know, I don't do it for people in a way, as selfish as that is. It is for my life, personal excellence, you know. It's just wanting it for myself and knowing that I was put on earth for a reason and that there's a mission, and I cannot settle for mediocrity in any form, in any realm, you know. But it's good to know. It's always an added bonus if I'm inspiring others. It really is an added bonus. It is cool, you know. As much as they may not tell you, maybe you know, they're doing it low key, but as long as I know, and I'm sure there are people that, you know, look at me and are like, yo, that's crazy, I should do that too. You get me? So yeah, like they always say, personal excellence starts with you and then just becomes a domino effect for people around you. So you do need to be the example. Yeah, next up, extreme people get extreme results. Obviously, when I was doing this challenge, my father was fighting me, go to the gym 2 times a day, you know, like, even people around, you're so extreme, you don't drink alcohol, you know, whatever, no cheat meals. And then I realized that for every person who is almost trying to downplay it or tell me, no, you shouldn't do that, I realized that's when you know you're doing something right. If you're seen as extreme, just know you're doing the right thing, because it means you're not doing what the 99% are doing. So as I was going through this challenge, there were so many barriers. I wasn't explaining myself, but, you know, these comments, these low-key comments coming at me and all that, but yo, man, just let the results speak for themselves. That's all that matters. Next up, obviously the discipline, attitude, and consistency. It's all a compound effect, bro. I also realized, like, yo, you're better off, like, consistency is obviously a big one. And then obviously, like, I feel like discipline brings upon consistency, you know. They work together. If you can push at something long enough, push for it every single day, whatever it is, like 15 minutes every single day is better than 1 hour 3 times a week. You get me? Like, just for an example. But I just, yeah, I'm still trying to wrap my head around, like, what I achieved within these 75 days. Imagine a lifetime, bro, of you consistently doing the same thing, disciplined at it. I've seen results like this within 75, or let me say 90 days. Like, bro, if peak performance was your second nature, it's done. Like there's really no competition. I don't even want to lie to you. There is zero competition. But anywho, we have here time management as well. Of course, it will teach you time management because you will realize that, yo, there's no time to scroll on YouTube. There's no time to scroll on Instagram. You've woken up, you had to hit your session, make sure your water's in, you're doing schoolwork, you're going to work, you know, there's no time for procrastination. That's one thing I will say. And then that's what I'm saying. After I finished the challenge, it was like, what was I doing with all my time? You know, like there was always something to do during the challenge. You get me? And obviously I do know now exactly what it is for me that I need to do to not procrastinate. And that is planning my day. Literally at every minute of my day. From this hour to this hour, this is what I plan to do. And it's not to say that I must stick to it 100%. But even if I stick to it 30%, it will be a better day than my normal day, you know? So yeah, time management and beating procrastination, definitely. And then, oh yeah, another misconception is you think it's a fitness challenge until you actually do it, bro. Like before coming into this, I genuinely thought, yo, okay, it'll be cool or whatever, fitness, man. I've been in the gym since 17 years old. I've been in the gym for like 2 years. It'll be cool, like it shouldn't be too difficult. And then once you're in it, like I'm saying, by day 15, that's when you realize this is no fitness challenge. This thing is to test what's up here, really, more than anything. And I can only say you will see it for yourself. You will only see it for yourself. I also, coming to this, I was like, shouldn't be too difficult, man. I've been in the fitness, you know, I'll be cool. But yo, truth be told, you will see. On to the next thing. Oh yeah, winning is more fun than fun is fun. I got that from Andy Frisella as well. It's just the whole premise of it, yo, is, I've said this before. Like, you see this 90-day period I've just had? Most fun I've had in comparison to the hedonistic activities, going to the club, drinking alcohol, you know, all these other things, and indulging in the bad habits. I'm not going to say that I'm not going to get back to those habits, you know, but what I am saying is there is more fulfillment within when it feels like you're just getting things done and you're doing the right things and you're investing in yourself and, you know, you're hitting this target, that target, that target. It brings so much more within. Like you actually feel, you know, you feel good about yourself, bro. I don't know what it is. I don't know how to explain it, but I just know, I think I do realize that there's a time and place for the hedonistic activities, but more importantly, most of my life should only consist of the good habits and doing what is needed for my own personal growth. Most definitely. Yeah. Another thing is maintaining momentum is easier than creating momentum. Yes. So this came from me reading. So I'd been an avid reader prior to starting this challenge. And I'd had a daily reading goal of like 45 minutes. So for this 90-day period, like 45 minutes, I was hitting it. I had a streak of like 70 days, literally 70 days. And then it ended because of, long story, but anyways. So the streak ended, right? But obviously within 75 hard, you only need to read 10 pages a day. 10 pages a day takes me like 15 minutes, you know? So I was going over because, you know, yeah, I'd been reading, like I'm saying. So when that streak came to an end, bro, oh my gosh. Do you know what demotivation is? Like, after that 70-day streak, I just literally just aimed for 10 pages a day. That was it, literally. I was like, yeah, nah, we're not even, you know. There was no motivation. There was nothing for me to be like, let's try go for 7 days, 14 days, let's get back. None of that. I was just doing what needed to be done, I guess. And once again, if the base or minimum is just 10 pages, and like I'm saying, my standard was more than 10 pages, around 30 pages. Do you see how you can almost like just outdo the competition? So that's what that taught me. But back to the maintaining momentum momentum is easier than creating it. Most definitely. Getting the ball rolling, bro, that has to be one of the hardest things. But if you do have it rolling, ensure that you keep it rolling for as long as you can. There were many times during this challenge where, you know, I could have gone out to the club. I could have gone drinking with the boys. I could have, you know, but you almost just, you throw away all the hard work and the build-up that you had before. Now, after it's been 3 months of the year that I've taken to myself, there's no guilt conscious to be like, you need to put in more work. When I'm going out, you know, I don't feel guilty. It's like, you know what? Treat yourself. You deserve this. You get what I'm trying to say. So on that note, it's been cool. But yeah, if you do have momentum, just try upkeep it for as long as you can. So I guess for me, the momentum was there, but at least I did not completely lose the momentum, like not reading at all. You know, at least I still kept to at least reading 10 pages a day as, you know, we went on. But yeah, I'd say the most challenging thing for me out of this challenge was the water, most probably. The workouts were cool to do because I just hit one in the morning and in the evening. They'd only get difficult if I could not hit one in the morning, knowing then I'd have to hit 2 in the evening. You know, and obviously they can't be back to back, so you'd have to maybe hit one at 7 at night, 45 minutes, and then go shower or whatever, and then I maybe hit another one at like 11, you know. Got me into a bit of trouble with my dad. But anyways, we got through it. So that was cool. And then, yeah, man, overall, this has become my new motto. 1 + 1 = 2. Never forget that. Inputs equal outputs. You get out what you put in. Literally, bro. Literally. Like, the fact that it took this challenge for me to realize this is crazy business. Like, yo. When I actually think about it, like, I cannot fathom it, bro. Like, the body I have today is because of those 3 months of work, you know. The books I finished today is because of those months of work, you know. And like I'm saying, guys, this challenge, bro, this challenge is to teach you to apply these things to every other aspect in your life. Literally. What I need to realize, even with, like, I take this for school. What I put into my school stuff is what I will get out. What I put into the gym is what I'll get out. What I put into reading is what I'll get out. What I put into research is what I'll get out, you know, and literally furthering myself and my own self-development. It's literally what you put in, you know. There's no, he was lucky. Oh, you know, there was work that was put in. You just may not have seen it, you know. And obviously, I'm also someone who only announces things once they're permanent or once they're done. So like this challenge, nobody knew I was doing it. I was not going to be posting, day 2 of 75, day. I've read a couple of things where it's like, you know, the accountability of posting on social media makes you, it doesn't work for me. I didn't need that. So I only posted once I'd finished the challenge, you know. So, I mean, yeah, obviously I think it alleviates the unnecessary pressure on your shoulders, really. Like, I don't find it all too necessary. But, yeah. My whole point is like, yo, I'm here today because of the 3 months of work I put in, you know. And then you take that and you're like, okay, in the next 5 to 10 years, we're going to see who is really working. Okay, so what does that mean for me? This is year 1 now. So what are you doing today, in a week, in a month, in the year, for you to get to where you want to be by year 5, by year 10, you know? And then once you just realize, bro, I don't know why, if it's just me, but it racks my brain. The fact that it's inputs, outputs, inputs, 1 + 1 = 2. If there's one thing you remember that Olwethu always preached is 1 + 1 = 2. That's all that matters, bro. That's all that matters, yo. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. It is bizarre. But yeah, I will also say, like, at some point in this challenge, you get to a point where you're just doing the tasks. You're just going through the motions. You're so immersed in the journey. And I've fully understood what most entrepreneurs, most people say with enjoy where you are right now. Because in the next 5 years, you will be where you want to be. And you will look back on these days and be like, wow, you know, there'll be memories. So don't be sad today. Be happy that you're here today and you're on this journey. And there is a finish line. You're gonna get there anyway, you know. This other podcast I was listening to, and the guy was speaking about how, like, you know, if you're writing a business plan, be happy that you're on page 10. You will get to page 62. You know, don't rush the process. Don't be so clouded with the future benchmarks and what you need to get to and where you want to be. You will get there, you know. You will get there. Just enjoy what it is that you're on right now. Like, literally, bro. Obviously, I said, during the process, once I restarted the challenge, I wasn't even counting the days anymore, bro. I woke up that day, I just went straight to it. Until I checked, like, literally 10 days before the challenge was ending. I was like, how many days until I finish? And it said 10 days. I was like, what? We're here already. That's so crazy, you know? And I just realized, like, enjoy what you do. But, you know, just be joyful through it all. It's all about the attitude, you know? Communicate to the universe that you're grateful for what it is that you have now and where you are right now. And you're on this journey. So it can reward you even more. So it knows that you will be grateful when you do get to that height that you want to get to. It's crazy, man. But yeah, literally, excellence becomes second nature. Excellence becomes second nature. There's this challenge, yeah, it's game changer. It's a game changer. Definitely something I'm gonna do for many more years to come. Obviously now, after finishing 75 hard, you move on to live hard. It's obviously, the whole thing is the live hard program, but 75 hard is what has become popular. But after 75 hard, you do live hard phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. These phases are all 30 days each. So live hard is a year-long program. And then, yeah, you'd have to listen to the podcast by Andy Frisella, where he literally describes what you need to do in both of them. So I will be doing the live hard challenge after this, but I'll probably do it when I come back from Mauritius, because I'm going to Mauritius towards the end of this month, end of April. So yeah, when I get back, I'll probably do that. And I also need to give my parents a break, because yeah, they've not understood why I'm so extreme and why I've been so extreme, even my friends. So it's time to give them a little break too before I get back into monk mode. But yeah, amazing. Grateful for this challenge, man. It was good. No regrets. I'd highly suggest it to anyone who feels like, yo, they lack the ability to stick to things and self-confidence too, you know, because literally self-confidence is based on the promises you keep to yourself and past success. Literally, that's the whole premise of it. But yeah, this was amazing, man. We're only gonna get bigger, look better, get healthier, get smarter, reach even higher heights.